The number one deficiency when it comes to ball striking among amateur golfers is their inability to control where the club hits the ground. This lack of low point control in your golf swing is what leads to the frustrating mishits of fat shots, thin shots, and topping the ball. But there's a fairly simple explanation as to why you aren't better at this skill than you should be, and it's because you don't have and have never had your weight far enough forward in your golf swing. Today I'm going to tackle the subject of weight forward and the controversy that sometimes comes with those two words in the golf swing. This exercise that I'm going to share with you, if you choose to really engage with it, will transform your ball striking to a level that you've never seen before. How many times have you ever tried to hit the golf ball with 100% of your weight on your front foot? The answer is probably never, but if you're looking to enhance your ball striking, improve that quality and consistency of strike off the face, then it's certainly something you're going to need to consider. In order to make consistent contact with the golf ball and improve your ball striking, we've got to have this club traveling slightly downwards when it hits the ball from the ground. That's a subject we've covered in many previous videos, and I'll link some of those in the description for you to check out. And in order to hit down and control that low point, there's two main factors. It's the location of the weight and the sways of your body throughout the swing. We know that the best players have their weight the most forward when they hit the ball. That is undisputable and agreed on by pretty much everybody. And the poorest players, when they hit the ball, have much more of their weight central or even leaning slightly back, leading to the contact issues that are probably very familiar to you. If you're struggling to make consistent contact, this is the first thing you should check. Where is your weight located, both at setup, but most importantly at impact? There's a few different schools of thought on how to position the weight in the golf swing, be that at setup and throughout the swing. There's differing opinions on how that should look and how that should work. I'm going to tell you that the best players all have their weight favoring their forward leg at setup, and they have more weight on their forward leg by the time they hit the ball. And for many of you, timing any weight movement or weight shift throughout the swing is problematic. It causes timing issues. It makes the swing less predictable. It makes the low point and the contact point on the ground less predictable. So the most logical thing to do, from my point of view as a start point, would be to tell someone to put their weight forward and tell them to keep it there. This exercise was shown to me by my good friend and mentor, Andy Plummer. It's referred to as the wrench. The idea behind this exercise is that you would put your weight on your front foot, you would move your hips the most forward at setup, and then you would keep that left hip, in my case, my lead hip, fixed in terms of its position, and turn the pelvis around that forward point. A similar picture, if you like, or analogy would be how you would draw a circle using a pen and a compass. You've got that fixed point of the pin being the left hip, the left side. This is my fixed point, and then I'm going to draw the circle with my pelvis. I'm also going to draw the circle in a way with my club head and my hand path. So having a fixed position to work from minimizes the variables, reduces the likelihood of too much fluctuation and change throughout the swing. It gives us a fixed point to start from, a fixed point to work around throughout the swing. It's a really good way of improving your ball striking. Absolutely solid, right out the middle, tight little draw, no problem at all. I could do that all day. So why are you not doing this? Well, I think there's a couple of reasons. I think instructors in general are scared to tell people to put their weight far enough forward. It comes with controversy and ideas that surround bad ideas in golf, like the reverse pivot, golf swing gets too steep. There's a number of connotations that are associated with having your weight forward, but it's misguided and it's stopping you from improving to the point where you could. So you're never told to put your weight far enough forward in the first place, and therefore it's very unlikely you're going to get there by accident. In fact, I had an interesting discussion in the comment section recently with someone who posted about this topic, how teachers don't seem to do a very good job of getting golfers to do this, and also how good ball strikers are somewhat born with these skills in order to make good contact. I'd say that both of those things are slightly misjudged and not quite accurate. First of all, Teachers don't necessarily do a good enough job of this for the reasons already stated. I don't think they're comfortable telling people to put their weight forward enough. I don't think that conversation happens early enough, and I don't think it happens enough of the time. And that stops people from exploring this. And secondly, the idea that you're born with this skill and ability to hit the ground in the same place after the ball doesn't sit comfortably with me at all. It's a trained skill. Everybody can learn how to do it. You need to know what to do and which pieces to work on. And the final comment that I'll make on this, which I think is extremely important for all of you to hear, is that because you don't realize how extreme this needs to feel and how much more forward your weight needs to be than you've ever tried, you never allowed yourself the opportunity to exaggerate this feeling to the point where it becomes extremely beneficial. There's almost handcuffs on you, if you like, holding you back and stopping you from exploring the idea of putting your weight forward. And so I say this to you, the wrench and the concept of weight forward should start out after this video for you as a 100% of your weight forward to begin with. 100% of your weight. Put everything on your front foot and we start from there. Is this how best golfers play golf? No. Is this how you want to start to learn how to improve your ball striking? Absolutely. And from 100% with all of your weight forward, you can gradually begin to bring it back slightly should you feel you need to. But I promise you that out of 100 golfers I teach, 99 of you do not have your weight far enough forward when you hit the ball. Start more forward, stay more forward, keep moving more forward. Best one of the three. Absolutely crunched, and I went even further left there than I would normally do. You can't do better than that. And to experience that, I would never ever be able to hit that shot with my weight further back. Impossible. So yes, as an expert player or instructor who's played this game for a long time, I might make that look easy, but I've done it a lot, and I'm exaggerating the same feels that I'm encouraging you to try for maybe the first time ever. And I've seen dramatic results getting people to exaggerate the weight forward. Weight forward is so much more forward than you ever thought it was. So get to the range, get to the course, stick your weight forward and start hitting balls. Keep your weight forward and experiment with 100% of the weight forward to begin with. And if you need to, gradually work back. But the first thing you're looking for here is to improve that quality of contact, that hitting down, that compression, that better ball striking sensation. Guys, if you found the video useful, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that like button. It really does help the video to be seen by more people. And speaking of more people, welcome to the new subscribers. There's a few hundred of you have joined recently. It's really great to see the channel continuing to grow. I fully appreciate every single view that I get, and I'd like you to get down in the comments, say hello, tell me where you're from, and let me know what you thought of this video in particular. And for those of you watching who feel like you've mastered the weight forward piece, but you're still struggling with that quality and consistency of ball striking, you're going to need to check out this video next, which discusses the important role of the trail wrist in terms of controlling that low point and making that contact that everyone is looking for.